Matin va gave ula. Good morning, everybody. Falche of Arash. For those of you who joined us yesterday and those of you who didn't, Falche, welcome. Smisha Joy. My name is Joy and I'm the director here at Seachdain Gàidhlig, and I'm really excited to be back with some of you for day 2 and to be with some more of you for day 1. If you are new, do not worry. You don't need anything to take part. You just need to make sure that you can hear and see me and that you can get involved in the chat. And it's been lovely to see so many of you saying hello and Matinva already this morning. Let's just do a wee chat start test to get us started, just to make sure that we can interact with you, as we're going to need you to use there a wee bit later on. So I want you to see if you can find the chat, and maybe you could let me know what the weather is like where you are. For example, Han Tosgaire, it's raining in Glasgow, or Hi Chirham, it's dry, on in Inverness. And whilst you do that, I'm going to continue to talk a wee bit more about Gaelic. So, as we were saying yesterday, this is Seachdain Gàidhlig, World Gaelic Week, and we are celebrating everything to do with Gaelic language and culture. But if you don't speak Gaelic, you actually could still find that you know a wee bit of Gaelic and that you're surrounded by it without even realising. For example, the word loch is a Gaelic word meaning a small lake, and in fact, many of our place names come from Gaelic, or you might have seen Gaelic on a sign at a train station, or heard it in the name of hills or lochs, or maybe even you might have a Gaelic name. Now, I don't have a very good Gaelic name, as my name is Joy. It's not a traditional Scottish name, but some of you might have that. And I think what we should do is we should see if we can find that out in Gaelic. So if you want to ask somebody what your name is in Gaelic, the easiest way to do it is just ask Co Usa. And that literally just means, who are you? Co Usa. So let's give that a wee try. See if you can say it with me. Co Usa. And if somebody asks you, Co Usa, you reply with Is Misha, and then your name. So if somebody said to me, Co Usa, I would say, Is Misha Joy? Is Misha Joy? I am Joy. And if you think of Misha sounding like me in English, that will keep you right. So let's do a wee practice saying Co Usa and then Is Misha and your name. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a 10-second countdown. And in that time, I want you to see if you can find a friend and say, Co Usa, Is Misha and your name. And then let's see if they even have time to answer. So 10 seconds, Shurativ, go! Gadira, did you manage to find a new friend in Gaelic? I do hope that you did. And if you do have a Gaelic name, if you're a Mary, or if you're a Seamus or a Donald, anything that sounds quite traditional Scottish, well done, you get an extra wee bit of Gaelic in there. But if, like me, you don't have a Gaelic name, that's totally okay too. Now, throughout this week, we are going to be learning a song in Gaelic. We started this yesterday. It's a really nice and easy and fun way to learn some Gaelic, but do not worry. You don't need to be able to sing to do this, and you don't need to know any Gaelic. All you need is to give it a go. So what we're going to do is we'll quickly remind ourselves of the chorus of our song that we learned yesterday. It was called Saun-sgoile. It's about the island of Islay in Argyll, and I think I spotted in the chat that we have some primary schools coming in today from Islay. So I'm sure you'll know this one. You can help me by singing loudly, especially loudly, along with that. We're going to remind ourselves of this. If you didn't do it yesterday, do not worry. It's really, really simple. It's the same words and sounds over and over and over again. You just keep saying Saun-sgoile with a couple of wee different ones. We're going to give it a try. Just do what you can. And if you don't know a bit, just listen. Let's see what we can remember from yesterday from our chorus. After 2. Saun-sgoile, Saun-sgoile, ruchd me. Saun-sgoile, Saun-sgoile, bhòrd. Saun-sgoile, Saun-sgoile, ruchd me. Saun-sgoile, Saun-sgoile, bhòrd. That was our chorus. And the man in this chorus is saying, it was in beautiful Islay that I was born. And we all know that Islay is very beautiful. All of our Gael is very beautiful. In fact, all of Scotland is very beautiful. But more excitingly, we're going to keep singing our chorus and we're going to pick that up as we go through the week, but we're going to add on the first verse. And to add on the first verse, we only actually need to learn one new word. The tune is different, but the words are all the same apart from one new one. So what we start off is with Saun-sgoiltean. Try that. Saun-sgoiltean. And then we're going to carry on, same words as we had yesterday. A-steach. So try saying that. A-steach. One more time. A-steach. But this time, we're going to add on a new word that goes Sa-steach. Try that now. Sa-steach. And we're saying it was in beautiful Islay that I was born and raised. That's where I grew up. That's all we need to do for that bit. Saun-sgoiltean is our first line. Our second line is A-steach. Sa-steach. So let's try and do those two lines together. You ready? Saun-sgoiltean. A-steach. Sa-steach. Our third line is the same as the first, so we already know that. Saun-sgoiltean. Our fourth line is nearly the same. It says A-steach. Sa-steach. Try that. A-steach. Sa-steach. Which just means it was in beautiful Islay that I was. That's where I lived. And that's it. That's all we need to know. There are 4 lines. And I think we're just going to start singing them because you guys are so good. So I'll sing it and then you sing it after me. The first bit goes like this. Saun-sgoiltean. Give that a wee go. Saun-sgoiltean. And then we're going to go up. A-steach. Sa-steach. Try that. A-steach. Sa-steach. One more time. A-steach. Sa-steach. And if we remember, our third line is the same as the first line. So let's see if we can do lines 1, 2, and 3 all together. Ready? Saun-sgoiltean. A-steach. Sa-steach. Saun-sgoiltean. And our fourth line is very nearly the same as the second. It goes A-steach. Sa-steach. Try that. A-steach. Sa-steach. One more time. A-steach. Sa-steach. Agus sin ac that is verse 1. So let's just do it twice through to remind ourselves how all the bits stick together. So here we go. Hey, yeah. Saun-sgoiltean. A-steach. Sa-steach. Saun-sgoiltean. A-steach. Sa-steach. Again. Saun-sgoiltean. A-steach. Sa-steach. Saun-sgoiltean. A-steach. Sa-steach. Now the chorus. Saun-sgoiltean. Saun-sgoiltean. A-steach. Saun-sgoiltean. 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 A-steach. Saun-sgoiltean. Saun-sgoiltean. Verse 1 again. Saun-sgoiltean. A-steach. Sa-steach. Saun-sgoiltean. A-steach. Sa-steach. Saun-sgoiltean. A-steach. Sa-steach. Saun-sgoiltean. A-steach. Sa-steach. Back to chorus. Saun-sgoiltean. Saun-sgoiltean. A-steach. Saun-sgoiltean. 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 A-steach. Saun-sgoiltean. Saun-sgoiltean. Smart, right, Beurla? Well done, everybody. That was excellent work. And tomorrow, we're going to continue learning our song. And do remember, if you want to practice in your own time, at home, your teacher has all the links to the resources to let you do so. But now, something very exciting. Tell me. those of you who were here yesterday, you'll remember that you met my friend Linda from North Uist, one of the islands in the Hebrides where we speak Gaelic. And Linda loves being involved with everything to do with Gaelic, and every day this week she's prepared a story for you, and I love today's story. Today's story is called Wow, Bhòrd, which means wow, said the owl. I cannot wait to hear more about that. So short of Linda, tell us a story.
Hello, it's Misha Linda. My name's Linda, and I'm going to be reading you a story today, a Gaelic story, and teaching you a few Gaelic words too. Our story today is about a chlann-sgoile. Chlann-sgoile. I wonder if you can guess what a chlann-sgoile is. I'll give you a few clues. It's a bird, it's nocturnal, and its English name starts with O. Yes, it's an owl. Chlann-sgoile. Can you all say chlann-sgoile? Chlann-sgoile. Excellent. In today's story, there are lots of dhen too. Dhen, colours. And I'm going to teach you a few of those in Gaelic just now, as we'll see them through our story. As my after me. Gearran. Gearran. Gearran is the Gaelic for red. Gearran. This one's an easy one. Orange. Orange. It's just the same in Gaelic. Booie. Booie. Again, booie. Booie is the Gaelic for yellow. This is uaine. 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 Uaine for green. Gorum. Gorum. Gorum for blue. Purpi. Purpi. Purpi for purple. Agus mheadhan. And finally, this is another easy one. Pink. Pink. It's just the same. Let's read our story together then. Wow, Bhòrd chlann-sgoile. Wow, said the chlann-sgoile. And we'd like to thank Tosgaire, the publisher, for allowing us to read you the story today and for filming it too. At night, when we're all asleep or going to bed, the chlann-sgoile is usually just waking up. Remember, I said she was nocturnal, a chlann-sgoile. That's her world, awake all through the night and asleep during the day. She sees very well in the night, the dark, because of her Seisean mode, her big eyes. The chlann-sgoile loves the darkness. But this chlann-sgoile decided she'd like to see what she'd see during the day. So instead of staying awake all night, she slept all through the night and got up in the morning, just when we were getting up too. Oh. Wow, said the chlann-sgoile. Can you say that with me? Wow. She couldn't believe her eyes. The sky, when she looked up, was this colour. This was an easy one. Can you remember what that was? The sky was pink. Oh, and it was so bùthan-obrach, so beautiful. What did the chlann-sgoile say when she saw the Gearran, the sun? She said, wow, this is the sun, the Gearran, and it is bùtha. Gearran, bùtha. Wow, she had never seen bùtha before. What a beautiful colour, bùtha. The chlann-sgoile then looked up at the sky and saw it was another bùtha, another beautiful colour. Wow, said the chlann-sgoile, the sky is gorum. And the clouds are gial, another colour, gial. She was sitting in the tree and she looked around her and saw the dúileachán, the leaves. The chlann-sgoile shouted, "Wow! The leaves are beautiful, bùthia." And do you know what this is? Can you remember this one? They are uaine. Uaine. Clever, very good. "Wow!" shouted the chlann-sgoile again when she saw butterflies flying past. The butterflies were bùthia, beautiful, bùthia. And they were also Gearran. Clever. She then saw the butterflies lying on some beautiful FtMB flowers. "Wow!" said the chlann-sgoile. "Those FtMB are bùthia, beautiful, and they are orange." That was an easy one. Orange. Up in the sky, the sky in the clouds turned glass grey, and it started to rain. But the green buoy was still shining in the sky. Do you know what happens often when the sun is shining and it's raining? We see something very colourful, Tosgaire or EME in the sky. "Wow!" said the chlann-sgoile when she saw a bùthan-obrach in the sky. A bùthan-obrach, a rainbow. She saw all the dhen there. Let's go through them together. Gearran, orange, buoy, uaine, Gearran, purple, agus, pink. Wow! They were all bùria, beautiful. She sat looking at the sun setting and watching the moon, the gallach, rise. And she thought to herself, what a lovely day full of dhen bùthia, beautiful colours. But then she looked up and the sky was dark. The runachan were shining, the stars, and a gallach, the moon. "Wow!" said a chlann-sgoile. "The sky is so bria at night too, with the runachan and a gallach. So bria that I'm going to stay awake all night too, and I'll sleep again in the morning." Well, that was our story about our chlann-sgoile and all the dhen bùthia, the beautiful colours. And I hope you see plenty dhen bùthia this week too. Cheery!
Oh, FtMB and Shin. What a lovely story there from Linda about our chlann-sgoile. We'll have another story from her again tomorrow. And once again, taing, thank you to our publishers Tosgaire, who let us record that story. They've got amazing books. So if you do want to nosy, their website address is in the chat. But Aharshan, it is time to test how well you've been listening with our quiz. So in this farpish heist in our quiz, I'll have some questions for you. These are going to appear as polls in your chat. And again, if you can't find the chat, go to the top of your screen. You should see a wee button there, or you might have to go onto it and find it as a separate tab or a separate app. But it's very, very, very simple. I'll read out the question, and then teachers, your job is to get the answer from the class and put it into that poll in our chat. Baby shivavi skippelta. You have to be very quick because you only have 10 seconds. Hardly any time. So we better get going. Seachdain. Question 1. Can you remember? How did we say, who are you? If you're asking somebody what their name is in Gaelic. Was it Ivil Briske Jacket? Was it Kimera How? Or was it Ko Usa? 3 options. Ivil Briske Jacket, Kimera How, or Ko Usa. Go to the chat, find it, put in your answer, go. friendship. You really don't have an awful lot of time, do you? And I can see here that we have 62% of people were correct. So somebody guessed, or maybe a few schools, I'm not sure, said "Vil brisket jacket," which means do you have a biscuit? And it's a very important question, but not for right now. Kimera how, also a good guess, but that means how are you? And the third option was correct. Ko usa, who are you? Melvernea, congratulations if you got that right. Do not worry if you didn't, because we have another question coming up. What animal was featured in today's story? What animal was today's story about? Was it an aois, a horse, nishak, nessie, or a chlann-sgoile, an owl? 10 seconds, go! Ula, that was a nice easy one. And everybody correctly guessed it was a chlann-sgoile, an owl. So you're doing so well, I'm going to have to make these questions harder. Question 3. How did we describe Isla in verse 1 of today's song? Was it beautiful, boy? Was it smelly? Or was it big, small? Beautiful, smelly, or small? What do you think? Guess now, Seachdain. Another 100%, all correct answers. Of course, the beautiful island of Isla is what we described. I think we could fit in 2 more questions. We're doing awfully well here. Question 4, to tell somebody what your name is, what would you say in Gaelic? Would you say Hammy Ski and then your name? Would you say Stillam Tea and then your name? Or would you say Is Misha and then your name? So I'll go through them again. You have 3 options. Hammy Ski and then your name, Stillam Tea and then your name, or is it Is Misha and then your name? Seachdain, 10 seconds, go! Oh, nearly everybody got that correct. 97% of you. Hammy Ski is a great Gaelic phrase. It means I'm tired, but you wouldn't really use that with your name. Most of you guessed correctly. It was Is Misha, I am, or my name is Misha, and then you put on your name. That was good. You've all been too good with this. I'm going to give you a tricky question to finish this one. And this is testing the colours that were appearing in today's story. What colour is Gearran in Gaelic? Gearran. Is it red? Is it pink? Or is it purple? Gearran. Red, pink, or purple? Seachdain, 10 seconds, go! How'd you get on? Oh, 95%. That's amazing because that's a really, really hard question. 95% of you correctly guessed that Gearran was indeed red. Smaring Bhòrd. Well done, everybody. Thank you for taking part. That was really good. Don't worry if you didn't get them all right. We're still learning, and you will have another chance tomorrow in our quiz with lots more questions. But first, ha video We've got another video. So yesterday, we met my friend Finlay from Inverness, and he used Gaelic both at home and in his work. Today, I want to introduce you to another one of my friends. She's called Jenny, and she didn't speak any Gaelic at all until she was much, much older. So here's Jenny to tell you a wee bit more about that.
My name is Jenny Black. I'm a teacher and I'm from a small town called Brechin. So I teach in Gaelic all the time, every day, and I go to a Gaelic choir called the Gigi's, and I'm part of the Bòrd of an-asgaidh, which is like a Gaelic community hub. So you can speak to your friends in Gaelic. It's a special wee language, that we want to promote, and it's a lovely community. I love speaking to my friends in Gaelic, especially in the staff room or after school, and nobody else knows what we're talking about. So it's a really, really lovely language, and yeah, definitely love it. So the best opportunity I've had because of Gaelic is for being a teacher, and from basically the start, seeing how I had no words of Gaelic. I didn't know what Gaelic really was, and now I'm speaking Gaelic all day, every day, and teaching and inspiring, hopefully, pupils to speak Gaelic and be part of this community. A fun fact about me is that I love coffee, almost obsessed with coffee, and so a couple of years ago I went to Costa Rica to a coffee farm and had to teach myself a bit of Spanish to get by. Gaelic's definitely better and easier, and yeah, that was great fun, definitely. So my favourite word in Gaelic is plúbadich, which is splashing, and I just love the sound of it. It just sounds really it's just really nice to say, just plúbadich. Gaelic, dochanan, dochorum, your language, your opportunity.
Oh, how wonderful to hear from Jenny, and how she managed to come from having no Gaelic whatsoever to be able to teach Gaelic to children like you. And unfortunately, we're almost done for today. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and it's been so wonderful. I can see who's coming in on the chat there and seeing how you're interacted, and the fact we had nearly 100 schools in. Amazing. Whilst you're in the chat, maybe you could go over there and type in 1 or 2 words to describe your experience of today's session. You'll see something coming up there to do that. And whilst you're doing that, let's see if we can remind ourselves what we've learned today. We learned a very important question: how to ask somebody their name and how to answer. And if you remember, that was co-uise, to ask, and ismisha plus your name. So I would say ismisha Joy when you answer. So keep that in your head again. Maybe practice it today. Co-uise and ismisha, then your name. We had some amazing answers during our quiz and had the chance to meet Jenny from Bríochain. And not only did we sing our chorus of Chlann-sgoile, we also sang the first verse and heard a wonderful story from Linda. And if you do want to practice our song before tomorrow, your teachers have got the link to different resources will help you do that. We'll try and stick them in the chat as well. But lastly, I do have a wee challenge for you for tomorrow. You might remember at the beginning of this session, we were talking about how Gaelic is all around us, sometimes on road signs, on place names. You might even have seen it on the door of a toilet. Your challenge for today is see if you can find out about the Gaelic that's in your area. So maybe it's in your school, maybe it's in your village, maybe you just hear people talking it. And I don't know if your school is on social media. Maybe if they are, why not share what you find using the hashtag Seachdain Gaelic or hashtag World Gaelic Week, or even tag us at SN and then Gaelic spelt in Gaelic. We'll stick all that in the chat so you can find it. But we've got lots of information to help you find Gaelic. If, for example, you're like, I'm not sure where that is near me, go to our YouTube channel and you'll see some lovely wee videos there. Thank you so much for coming to join us. I do hope you'll be with us again tomorrow, as we'll have even more special guests, more activities, and more of our song for you to enjoy. Joy, agus Bhun-sgoiltean from me and all of us here at the Seachdain Gaelic team. Bye for now.